and restart the recording. Alright. I'm gonna be a league with a Tron. I'm all in the first hand, obviously. Keep this. So between the island and Prophetic Prism. We do have Impulse on the draw, we get Astrolab. I think we put back the island. Like, the only time it's incorrect to put back the island is if I don't see another Tron land off the Impulse and the Astro. And I need to evoke my Muldrifter. But if I don't see another land between this Astrolab and the Impulse, that's just bad luck anyways. And I don't think I'm winning with an island. What's my YouTube channel? It's just the same as my Twitch, Birdman263. Double Chirurgeon start. Our opponent is kind of an Aristocrats-esque deck. We're going to go ahead and Impulse. Double map is pretty interesting though. There is some merit in just playing it right there. Between Tower and the Snow Covered. With an extra Prism in hand, I'm taking Tower. Oh, huge draw. I was going to say, kind of unfortunate we didn't find our 8 of other Tron land, but here we are. Basically an entire turn, because that means I get Tron next turn instead of the turn after. Rolling Thunder is pretty mediocre against the Chirurgeon draw, because it just kills half his creatures instead of all of them. So we're probably just going to end up slamming this Muldrifter after we play a Prophetic Prism. Overall, pretty solid hand. There's a Mortician Beetle. His draw is actually strong too. A little slow with the Chirurgeons, but it's got a nice value plan here. Ideally, you want to find some Weathers over the Fog, because he does have access. Ooh, Matron too. His deck's power level against Tron is pretty low, but as far as draws go, his is probably one of the better draws you can grab. It's got the Beetle, it's got the Chirurgeon, and it's got the Matron. That's everything you want. Grab our Power Plant. Prophetic Prism. And Muldrifter. Tough like that. Probably play our map after, depending on what we grab. Well, maybe not even play map. It's Storm, so I'm going to hold on to it. This is not Chromatic Pest, because Chromatic Pest is bad RNG today, apparently. I'm on the challenge with it, but I don't know how long that's going to end up going. Wait till round 3. Probably end up dropping after round 3, because with how today's been going, I'm going to end up losing. I swear, the deck's actually good. I have a pretty high win rate with it. Just not today. Attacks me with both. We're going to happily block right here. Muldrifters exist to die, so we're pretty okay with this. Like, he's spending extra creatures just to kill my Muldrifter here. Plays another Matron. Probably grabs another Matron. I'm gonna play Prophetic Prism. Then we probably go, let's see. We're gonna Tower. Do I even play Prof Prism? Play Sparksmith after. That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about grabbing Sparksmith there. It's really aggressive. So we play Tower. We can go Teachings, Pulse, and only 4 left over. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab our Prof Prism here. Could Rolling Thunder for 7, but that's not really worthwhile. Get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is what I want. Possibly more later. So it's looking like it's just going to be a Teachings Pulse turn. Get back our Drifter. It's 5, 6 damage, sure. He's considering going aggro with this Migrator. Yeah, I have a command here, actually. I totally forgot I did one. There you go. I should change it to something other than I have a YouTube now. Might not actually be a 263. That could be the issue. Oh, right. So stream. This next week is the last week of my in-person class. I have an online class that goes a bit further, but for some reason my university has a aggressive in-person class schedule. I'm not really sure why, but they do. My final is this Thursday, so I probably won't stream much until that Thursday, but afterwards my stream is going to be a lot easier to go for. I'm actually just going to teachings for teachings here. We have the mana instead of going for the pulse. Because my hand's pretty bad. It's super flooded. But if I can get a teaching chain, it doesn't matter. The flood is actually going to be nice. So we're going to pulse up Muldrifter and play it here. Another land is pretty dead. I actually kind of want to draw a tower if I could. That would be nice. Because that lets me flashback teachings. Wow, that's a lot of expedition map. I'm going to play this one out. Grab another. Actually, we're just going to grab the cycle land with this one. I tapped the tower because of mana availability. Grab the remote isle. Probably going to grab a tower with that one. Really land heavy draw. Should be able to win without too many issues, but this turn's going to hurt. If our opponent gets to aggro with his Sparksmith, it's going to put him into Rolling Thunder range. He's already at, let's see, we deal 10, 11 right now. Can deal 13 if I grab a tower here. Take 6. Unlikely he's able to kill me here. Did manage to whiff off our Pulse Muldrifter turn, but we're still doing alright. Because with Mog Raider and the Mortician Beetle, all of his goblins do deal 2 damage. But he still doesn't have lethal with that. I don't think. I didn't really do the math. Am I actually dead if he goes for it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? Okay, that's not it. I do have a Dispel. Is it exactly 16? I counted 14 just now, but I could be wrong. I'm aware of the persist. I counted 4 from his goblin. I'm going to respect the double bolt. Flashback teachings for Weather the Storm. We do not have 17. We were short if I went for the tower. He does have the double bolt. First one resolves. That is why I didn't evoke my Muldrifter, because he had double bolt. Am I still dead here? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, plus another 4, 12. Exactly 1 off. It's a really strong draw. Oh my goodness, he top decks Matron? That might actually get him there. That's a huge draw, what the fuck? Yeah, that gets him there. opponents are getting us good today. That was his third matron, right? Off the top, yeah. So he needed to draw a third matron off the top. That's huge. The double bolt was pretty brutal. Like, his draw was actually just really great. I'm gonna make him go for it. He definitely will. Yeah, I'm aware. I don't have it though. Top deck matron though. God damn. Hydro. I don't even know if I like Electricer that much for some. Like, that's obviously mediocre. Cut Prohibit, cut Counterspell, Dispel. I'd rather just have triple Hydro. Or I mean quad Hydro. Weather versus Moment is actually really interesting. Because they have the 4 mana Falcon Wrath Aristocrat, I think it's its name. I don't even know if I want Rolling Thunder either. Like, wiping his board is pretty much impossible with the way his creatures are built. Might just be easier to Hydro them down with a wall and Ephemerate. Let's go 2 Fog, 1 Weather. I think Fog is just better than Thunder. He's not entirely that, like, fast. He's more about building a resistant board. So let's go ahead and ship this. Don't really need to respect Relic either, with the way Ephemerate works. Unless I'm worried about him playing like 2 or 3 Relics at a game. I would keep this. Filter Land is a little awkward, but it's still a fine hand. What? Moto? Are you okay? No. Just checking this. Moto seems to be having issues with me today. I don't know how aggressively I want to Hydro here. Turn 1 Mortician Beetle strong. Probably fairly aggressive after turn 1 Mortician Beetle with 2 Drifters in hand. Like, drawing the 1 of Cave of Temptation instead of an island is really awkward with this hand because I want to turn 3 Muldrifter Evoke. I'll probably play a sack dude here. Oh, no, this is just a Relic. It's fine. Also really hate how my Moto is ordering that. It bothers me. In between the 2 Tron lands, it's gross. Draw is not very good anymore. Like, it was an okay hand, but then I just kind of drew dead off the top. Which should still be okay, but opponent's draw is strong and has me worried heading forward. I wasn't going to slam the Muldrifter because we don't really have the luxury to respect it, just doing nothing for too long. But with Prism here and the Expedition map, we can totally respect it. If he has Shenanigans, do I care? Like, I can Hydro it. Can I still play a Muldrifter if I wait? Because he probably won't Shenanigans my Prophetic Prism here. Map, crack, Drifter. Okay, we'll just wait then. I'm gonna respect it. The artifact hate. I'm still okay with this. It means I don't slam Drifter next turn, but I don't think I care. Because I drew a card off the Prism, and he's not having any pressure. Drew all his hate, though. Or give him that, I guess. Oh yeah, we definitely counter that. It's a sack outlet. I wonder if he'll dredge up shenanigans here. He shouldn't. Like, it's really bad. But he does anyways. Like, maybe if I was on mono Tron and my mana base wasn't there, but I have a Cave of Temptation out. This is not a winning fight. I'm drawing cards off my Astrolabs. You are not drawing cards off your shenanigans. You're giving up a draw. He does have double relic draw, so that's strong. But I'm not really convinced he can beat what I'm doing right here. Our opponent has showed he really likes to go after my artifacts, so I kind of just want to give him a target. We'll stop there, because I can Impulse and Ephemerate in the same turn. Just attack with one. Can't wait for him to go for the shenanigans. I'm going to be so happy if he does. Do it. There you. Deny yourself another draw step. Oh, thank you. I'm going to let it resolve. Mm-hmm. You do that. He's going to crack a relic with it on the stack or something. Strange way to go about it, if he is, because it looks like he's holding priority. Because I don't remember F6ing. If I'm F6ing, that's a strange thing happening. Yeah, he's cracking relic on the stack. Amazing. We got a buy. I don't think I've had a buy for over a year. I'm gonna let this happen. I don't care about my artifacts. He seems to care about them a lot more than I do. If I can play a Prophetic Prism, let's literally draw a card, deny your opponent a turn. Because he's spending his entire mana base on it, just about. And he's spending his draw step on it. They're actually just time blocks. I could have end step Ephemerated, but I felt like I was a little aggressive. I will still grab Drifter. It's still really great. I almost considered taking Prism with how much stock my opponent is putting in it. But that's a little too aggressive. This point I'm just going to beat him up with a bunch of Drifties. Discard the Mine. I'm going to save Ephemerate for when my opponent goes for removal. Discard. Or exile Prophetic Prism. It's my opponent who's putting all his stock into it. Chirurgeon. I don't even know if I care anymore. It's still really good. I think I still counter his sack outlets. I've said it in the past, like if you're just going to go for a bunch of shenanigans, your opponent is going to kill you with the blue part of their deck. Oh, look at that. Time walk. That's a really good draw. Because he's pretty likely to crack his relic in response to me grabbing Hydro here. And then we can just Ephemerate and grab Hydro anyways. And this is why I'm on Ephemerate instead of Flicker, because this is just so good. Being able to do this. It's a big blowout. Because it exiles, so it's not like his relic crack gets me. So I still get my spell. He cracks his relic. And then Ephemerate is still going to come back next turn. It's very, very powerful. Now, Ephemerate won't always be the strongest option, but when everybody's playing like 2 relics main deck, or like 4 in the sideboard, it's definitely the better choice right now. Next turn, because he's given up his shenanigans, no more of that. We'll probably Cave of Temptation or Muldrifter, because that's lethal. And going for lethal is a good play, I hear. He pyros my wall. Ironically, I want to counter this so I have an Ephemerate target. Not because I care about my wall dying, but because I want to go for lethal with my Muldrifter. So we're going to counter it. Unless opponent has exactly the second mountain here. We're fine. You also can't target your prisms. So the turns where you just draw Ephemerate off the top and you've got like 2 prisms on board and no creatures, it's worse there too. Like it definitely has its downsides. My opponent may be on more relics than I initially give him credit for. I still don't know if I feel like I need to respect it. I honestly feel like I don't need to. I'm thinking I'm just going to ship this back again. Like, what can my opponent do about me casting a bunch of Muldrifters? I don't think he can do anything. Just seems so good against them. Pretty awesome hand. Would really like a third land here. It could get awkward if I don't have one. Oh, shenanigans me? Nope, Sparksmith. Okay, there we go. I'm actually going to hold up Hydro. It's a lot easier to just jam a bunch of prisms later. I'm not going to play the map out of respect for shenanigans. Like him shenanigansing my map I care about. Him shenanigansing a prism, I don't. Untap land. I would definitely want to Hydra the Matron. It's a Mongol War Marshal. I'll go ahead and counter it. Because it's a lot of dudes. I kind of already decided to devote myself to holding up the Hydra. Alright, who is that? Florian, 6 months. Thank you very much. Give you some Hinlows and some Trons here. Wait, what? I'm apparently not allowed to type Hinlow. Like, it's just not showing up for me. I don't have Hinlow anymore. Alright. I guess you get some Trons. Not sure what's up with that, but sure. has the Chirurgeon, but he doesn't have the Mortician Beetle, so that's fine. Like, he's down a lot of dudes. I'm actually just going to play Trinket Mage here, grab Astro, get a creature, maybe bolt him. If he removes my dude, I'm pretty happy. Because I don't really do anything with Tron. Or, yeah, I don't really do much right now. Not Tron, but just in general. I want to play the creature out. Because it's my better play right now. I want to force him to tap his Sparksmith as much as possible. The more I force him to tap, the better for us. Draws a Mortician Beetle. That's the best card in his deck by far. He's at 1 in hand though, so it's a pretty weak draw. And we can just double Prism here. Yeah, it's pretty great. I like it too. I'm a bit further than I thought. A third Tron emote would be basically the same Tron tower, but with a smiley face. It's pretty good too. We just want to find Mnemonic Wall now. Like next turn I probably just go Prophetic Prism and then map for a tower. Play the tower. Oh, there's wall. I don't think I... Oh, maybe I do. Oh yeah, we definitely go for wall here. And I want that extra land, so we're doing this. So I can fight over his Pyro if he has it. And then I also have Ephemerate access. He does not have the Pyro. That's pretty huge. It should be game though. He only has a few black cards. Like the only one I have to concern myself with now is Warren Weirding. That one is actually pretty scary. But I think it's only a 1 of in his list because they have Goblin Matron to tutor it when they want it. But I can Hydro the Matron. And then I have Ephemerate access now. He does not have 4 goblins. So wall is really safe. I will not block because that lets him tap his Sparksmith right now. I do want to untap first. Okay. Let's go ahead and get another tower here. And now we should just be able to fight over everything you can do. Like I'll block the beetle and everything. Future Goblin's fine. Go ahead and block. Teachings for the other Ephemerate. Hydro the Sparksmith to tap it down or kill it, so he can't spark in response to Ephemerate. Yep. Tap it. Ephemerate wall. Get back Hydro. How do I like Ephemerate? I really like it actually right now. More of a metagame choice than anything though. Go after a Sparksmith again, it's free. And then end step Ephemerate one more time. I do not end step Hydro because if he does have something like a Pyro as his last card, I don't want him to exile my 2 Ephemerates permanently. Then get our Ephemerates back. Then probably just play our island, maybe our map, and then pass the turn. I don't really need anything more. That's a very good draw. I'm actually going to play it out just to protect ourselves from war and weirding. Not so much because I want an extra wall. I just want an extra creature, so when he does have the weirding, I don't lose both my Ephemerates to a sacrifice effect. Quicksand's fine. Block. It's free. Hydro his Sparksmith to tap it down. Basically, we're just grinding him into dust really, really slowly. But there's nothing you can do about it, so it's fine. Eventually, we'll draw like a 2-2 or something and kill him, but that's pretty far in the future. Ephemerate, the one that's about to die. Get back our Hydro. Hydro the Chirurgeon, because I care about it more than Sparksmith now. And then one more Ephemerate. Don't really need to worry about protecting my dudes when my opponent is on 1 in hand. I'll end step Teachings. I was more interested in being mana efficient than I was in answering stuff. Ah, it's Reaping the Graves. Would you look at that? That's probably the best card he could have had right here. We do have answers, so it's fine. Just really annoying. There's one thing we've learned by watching my stream. It's that our opponents always have the best card they could have in any given moment. No room for a copy of Flicker? Not really, no. I don't think we need to care about this Chirurgeon. I'm more interested in countering the Mogwar Marshal right now, because it's 2 goblins. But he doesn't play it, so we're just going to Teachings. What do I even want off this Teachings? Honestly, Impulse. I know he has a bunch of relics, so I don't want to dig my graveyard up too much with other stuff. That's so I can just dig for drifters and stuff. Grab our Cycle Land. Actually, yeah, still grab our Cycle Land. I was considering Cave. Would you look at that? It's a 2/2. It's a win con, boys. Do the usual. Block, Hydro his Sparksmith, Ephemerate my wall. If he tries to kill my Trinket Mage here, I probably let it, because that's 4 damage to him. Honestly, Timeout might be the faster one than killing him with a 2/2 right now. Let's always yield to that. And honestly, let's always yield to this too. I don't care. You can regenerate all you want. Our opponent doesn't really want to give up. The game's been over for a while, but he seems content on playing it out. Gotta be patient with our Ephemerates, because if we do get too aggressive, a Flicker gets a free exile. Not a Flicker, a Relic gets a free exile on one of them. I do apologize for how slow this is. Nothing I can do about it. Counter that. It's too many dudes for his Sparksmith Chirurgeon plan. There's a relic, which is fine. As long as you don't use your second Ephemerate here, he can't really get anything. He can get my Hydro, but that's it. So that's fine. I'm okay with that. So when he cracks Relic with this Ephemerate on my graveyard, we're going to go ahead and Ephemerate again. We have a second Hydro, so it's fine. And this is why I am on Ephemerate. Being able to play around Relic so easily is very, very powerful. Oh, he doesn't even go for it there. Okay. That's extra fine then. Sure. Gonna let me grab my Hydro? Apparently so. And Stepple Flashback Teachings. Probably just grab the other teachings here. Oh, he just has another Reaping. Why not have two Reapings? He's just targeting Chirurgeon twice. Looks like it. It's strange, but sure. He's gonna time out. Like I said, it'll probably end up being faster. He's playing really slowly. On top of him just dragging the game out longer than it should be dragged out. Flashback our teachings here. Now we can get back to double ephemerating him. There we go. What are we looking at here? Plenty of time. Though, challenge is now secondary. I should probably... I don't know if I should change my title or not. I don't know. Pretty easy first matchup. That does happen sometimes. That's fine. Solid hand. Probably get rid of Thunder. Or Pulse. Probably Thunder. Turn one Lonely Sandbar, huh? That's interesting. Sounds pretty solid. Just needs Tron. What are we up against? ATOG Shift, maybe? Whoa, okay. Okay. I'm down. ATOG Shift. This draw is insane. Because next time we just pulse up our Drifter and replay our Drifter. It's so good. There's the ATOG. I was hoping we could have found the answer to it before he played it with a counterspell. Hey there, Dogate. My hello emote is not showing up for me, so I can't give you a hello back, but welcome. I'll discard an island. I don't need to pulse right away here. I can go for it later, because he doesn't have lethal. One, two, 3 per then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18, 19. Gonna go ahead and pulse in response then. It's a little too scary. Snap block. I'm really not sure why my hello emote isn't showing up for me. Can probably still type it in, but I don't know. Oh, Mikey, thank you for that follow. Or Mike. I'm not sure which one. Okay, so there's the counter spell. That's pretty much the last piece we needed. Go ahead and get back our pulse here. Our opponent's draw is actually really, really strong. It has the Atog, it has the Disciple, as well as a bunch of the Terrarian Wellspring. Ever considered foil? No. Why would I? That's bad. Thomas, 9 months. Since Henlo doesn't work, you get a bunch of angry Trons. Thank you for the subscription. 9 months is a long time. I do appreciate it. Wild how fast time flies. I'm going to let him kill my wall and just go for the pulse and step. Yes, but that doesn't mean foil is a good card. Third Wellspring. Probably his best card in this board position. Still a really bad effect for Tron. I'm not tempo, I'm control. Oh, no way, it's Metallic Rebuke for my Prohibit. That actually gets me. Good thing I have a second wall. I didn't even know they ran Rebuke. I thought they were mono Dispel. Considering Counterspell over Drifter with a hand like this, I think we're going to. Also, Prophetic Prism is tempting. At this point, we just want to hold up as much counter magic as possible while playing a control game. So we're going to grab our wall here. Or our pulse, I mean. We actually want an extra tower right now. So this is mana neutral, this line right here. Oh, it's worldwide. That's fine. I don't care about one life. I do really want to resolve this pulse, though. So let's get back a wall while he's tapped out. Still have Prohibit out for a surprise Flying U. He is on Enforcer. Interesting. Surprised to actually see that. 4 Wellsprings with the quick Atog. That's very powerful. Third Thought Cast. This draw is actually insane. We're in a good position to beat it, but his draw is a nut draw. And I might still end up losing to it. Because it's very, very insane. He has 2 mana up. Can always yield to the Disciple. I don't want to yield to the Atog though. Don't do it. I mean, it's too late. He's going for it. I'll yield. His draw is so insane. Like, he's kind of throwing away the game by going for it here, I think. Giving me a free win if I just have Prohibit, which I do. Should be a pretty easy read. But I guess because Metallic Rebuke resolved, he thinks it's clear. I don't like that thinking. I'm just going to punish him so hard here. I don't really get why he went for it with 7 cards in hand. If he was really light on lands, I think that's a reasonable spot to go for it. But that was just really greedy. I don't get that line. Gonna bring in our Grudge and bring in our Hydros. Thunder's pretty bad versus them. Dispel out, Prohibit out. Counterspell versus Hydro. Probably don't need a counterspell. Oh, that's an impulse. Probably don't need a counter spell. I do want some more fogs, so let's work from here. Don't really need weather if I'm on Hydros. Got 1 and 1. That's what I'm leaning towards. I think Crusher is actually kind of mediocre versus them too, but it's still okay. This is probably fine. Go like -1. Impulse. Because he saw Enforcer from him. This is probably fine. His list is a little strange because he saw Enforcer, Metallic Rebuke, but also Atog Shift stuff, so I'm not entirely sure which is correct to board into, but we'll go ahead and hedge by having the 3 fogs post board. Depending on his draw, we might just be able to steal it with this Grudge. But usually it's saved for their creatures or when you have a lock on them. We'll see what he does here. Just turn 2 Prism. Yeah, I don't really feel the need to go aggressive with this Grudge if he has 2 lands out. If he misses a land drop, then I can see me going for it, but he's not. Well, Sorcery Speed, Impulse. Ooh, that's something that I want to kill. Like, this is what Grudge is really for. He could have Artifact Tape for us, but I'm willing to play out the map there. It's unlikely, or not very likely, I guess. Why did I cut off Crusher? Because I don't need it to win. Why do I want Crusher? If he goes land, Atog, Flaying, am I dead? Maybe. I'm not going to respect it though, because if he needed it, he would have played the Sandbar. He's digging for Atog. That's going to be the last time we fully tap out. No fight over the Drifter. Interesting. That's not really relevant. Honestly, the Crusher is just not where I want to be in this matchup. Like, post-board, I'm boarding in to remove all of your threats or ignore all of your threats. Like, post-board, it's a lot easier to board out your win cons a lot of the time, depending on the matchup. I think we want the island more. Just discard the extra island, though. Then we can start developing Tron lands. Force him to have it. He has it. It's fine. Stop there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. That is lethal if he goes for it. Which means we won't tap out on this Ephemerate or Impulse. Trinket Mage. I don't have enough mana to really go for the wall here, though. I do have enough mana to go for this. Teachings. Play it safe, leave back blockers. Challenge went very poorly. Round 1 burned, round 2 unlucky. And then round 3 bye. Has the disciple, that's fine. He's going for it. I'm thinking he's more in on the combo. Maybe he just wanted to draw cards. I don't know. And tapping all that mana first makes you think he's going for it. That's just lethal with a double disciple. Jesus. What an insane draw. I guess it's not even that insane. It's just strong. I should turn off auto yields. Try and find a weather here. I have to make the first move. Because he's got exactly lethal with all those disciples. Before I could at least go for the teachings into Hydro, but now I can't because he has it. His draw that game was really, really strong. I didn't even have weather. Because I boarded like he was going to be a bit more aggro. I'm thinking he's just on the Enforcers as an extra artifact. It's going to be the read and make right here. So let's go down 2. And up 2 maybe. Maybe up 1. Up 1 prohib. I don't know. He's not entirely all in on ATOG, but he's also all in on ATOG, so it's kind of strange. Trickery, no. Yeah, I'm leaning towards prohibit as well. It's pretty close though. On the play, I think I like prohib on the play, yeah. Like ideally your opponent never gets to untap with mana and ATOG, but our opponent was able to because he had the pyro for my Hydro, and I didn't find the extra answer in time. Turn 1 Disciple. Oh, turn 1 Terrarian. This draw is really insane, by the way. Just letting you know. Hey, there's up. There's a Disciple. 2 Drum. I think we just evoke Drifter here. If he has Pyro, he has Pyro. Like, I've got to get through the 4 Pyros eventually anyways. And I just want to see cards. I don't really care about the body right now. Double Disciple. Alright, it's strong. Should just be able to ignore it ideally, depending on our draw. Stops deploying artifacts, it's good for us. Play our power plant here. Astrolabe. Don't have a spell to get back with wall, so it's not worth playing out. There's a Drifter. I do want to play the Drifter out as a body. He kept a Metallic Rebuke against Tron, and it's paying off. Amazing. I like it in a format with a lot of Graveyard Hate, which there is. I'm surprised he kept that in. Like, you've got better options post-board in the blasts. But I guess every once in a while you draw it in the early game. And you get rewarded. Might be worth to just play out Wall as a wall pretty soon here. Because that gives me 2 Hydros in a turn with Ephemerate. I really don't want to, though. I want him to tap out on me. Play something that I can counter. Can't believe he got rewarded for having Metallic Rebuke there. Like, I don't think it's unplayable, but I was surprised to see it. Yeah, it's usually how I get browned by some card out of nowhere. I expect my opponent to not have it, and then they have it, and it gets me. Especially a deck list like this, where you have access to like all those sideboard blasts and stuff. It's really surprising to run into it. Okay, we drew a Drifter, that's huge. I think I just stopped there. Jump right here. Just never let ATOG resolve so these disciples don't kill me. It happens. That's why you play Boggles. People are pretty greedy with being able to kill creatures right now. If our opponent is able to resolve ATOG, we die. But I don't think he'll be able to. Not with a hand like this. It's usually very, very high RNG. Especially with the list he has. Like, if you just don't draw ATOG, you're pretty rough off. Well, he might be able to kill me with Disciples at this rate. Jeez. No Ephemerate on Drifter there. I need to respect the ATOG. Like, Ephemerating Drifter is just aggressive. Unnecessarily so. We're just going to go for Weather the Peat here. Our opponent stormed off. Hydro seems bad. Our opponent is all in on ATOG. Hydro is the best card in our deck. Because we can beat this stuff fairly easily. It's a good draw. Gets me more colored sources. Another Astro. Grab our Weather. Let's look up Teachings. I think I want Weather. Like, our opponent just has to resolve ATOG now if he wants to win this game, and he's not going to through Hydroblast. That's what this matchup is entirely about. Triple Disciple. It's cute. It's not going to kill us through Weather, though. I'm going to throw away our creature once more, and then next turn we can start worrying about Ephemerating and stuff. This is the lowest we're going to tap for a while. Get a tower for the man in neutral play. Let him bolt me. That's fine. No opponent doesn't run golem combo. Doesn't even attack? Okay. And step flashback teachings. Let's grab a teachings first. Let's grab prohibit. Go for the Ephemerate. He's at 3 in hand. I've got 3 counter spells. Get back teachings. Respect the end step Galv. Let my opponent bolt me for a tower. Get the 4th Astrolabe. Or Labe, whatever you want to call it. I know it's Labe, but I seem to always say Lab for some reason. Habit is a dangerous thing. Prism. Let's just go ahead and weather here. Opponent's at 3 in hand. And step will teachings for Grudge and kill his Enforcer. Unless we fight, then I'll start ephemerating or wall. I guess I could tutor up the second Ephemerate first. That's fine. How about no? So when you're built around the ATOG, Hydroblast is pretty good. Our opponent's Darl is pretty good. We're doing poorly in the challenge. We're 2-0 here. Like, our opponent just doesn't beat us without ATOG. His deck is entirely built around that. Actually, we're going to have to do this league recording in 2 parts, I guess. Gutao. Or we can just drop from the challenge. Ooh, interesting choice. Well, let's do the league recording in 2 parts.